on the way to Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't even know what town I'm in because, like, look behind me. Anyway. So we got a BNSF train here in the siding. This is I-25, Interstate 25. Sorry for all the traffic, but you know, the world is just too overpopulated. But anyway, this train's sitting in the siding here, which means there must be a southbound train coming. I'm facing north now, yeah. So stay tuned, I'm gonna try to catch it. All right, so I came north here and got off at Buckeye Road. There's a big facility down there and a giant farm right here, but no services off this exit. But it's a beautiful day. Let me turn that. There's the mountains. We're paralleling the Rocky Mountains as we go due north from Denver to Cheyenne. Maybe you can hear the wind. There's a pretty nice stiff wind from the north today, keeping it. It's warm, but it's reasonable because of the nice breeze. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm going to try to catch this southbound train, and then that train that was sitting in the siding will come north, so I might be here for a while. Stay tuned. All right, well, here we go. Isn't that convenient? All right, here we go. I'm going to let this run. Big Western trains. So you need more locomotives because of the hills, of course, hills and mountains. Looks like there's 4 on the front of this. We'll see as it gets closer how big this train is and whether they got DPUs, distributive power units. But here we go, Burlington, Northern Santa Fe, Northern Colorado, between Denver and Cheyenne, Buckeye Road. An intermodal train. Nice array of cars, Kansas City Southern, Canadian Pacific. Look at this giant intermodal train. All right, my first intermodal train. In western country here. See, so you get manifest trains and intermodal trains. There's enough traffic that they don't have to mix. These intermodal trains are generally fast trains. They take precedence. That's not necessarily why that manifest train back there was sitting beside it. It just could be logistics, geography. But check it out now. A complete double stack. Nice horn salute, by the way, from the Burlington Northern Santa Fe. Thank you. I'll get the name of this town while I'm offline here. Alright, so this area is called Buckeye. What a surprise, huh? Buckeye Road. Anyway, there's a town out there too called Livermore. It's probably it way down there at the edge of the base of the mountains. We got a bunch of buildings and stuff right here, but that's just farms, I think. I think I'm looking at the map. The town's out there a little further. Again, probably out there at the base of the mountains. Anyway, stay tuned. We're going to get this northbound train now. Once he gets clearance to come out of that siding and head north. Alright, so while I'm waiting for this train, I'm looking down here. And so that's a dairy farm. Check out, all those things are cows. Let me zoom in a little bit. Why the trucks are the farm trucks. And now I'm in the road. I guess I'm alright. Alright, I gotta shut down. The wind is probably washing out the noise. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go back to the highway and see if I can see this train moving north yet. Seems like enough time has passed. Unless they're waiting for another southbound. There's no signals I can see in either direction. Unfortunately, there's also another scenario. That train's sitting out there waiting for a fresh crew. Or sitting back there in the siding. But let me go out to the highway here and see if I can see it moving. No, I forgot the service road was here, so. Alright, we're moving. I'm going to go back up to that crossing. Alright, with 4 locomotives on it. Train gets going pretty fast, pretty quick. Because as far as I can see, it's all uphill from here. But this train's already moving along. I'm going to keep it running. I'm in the road. I'm going to have to take up another position here. Hold on. Wow, it's farther than it looks out here in the big west. But it's all good. I'll get these 2 trains here and then maybe I can get one in Cheyenne, or maybe my next trains will be Powder River. But I can relax and have some fun and have some freedom and not necessarily worry about train videos. And this wasn't a train spotting, rail fanning trip. Ha ha ha. Turned out to be one. How can it not be with these mega trains? How can you not be impressed with this? This is America, baby. Against the wind, too. Get a little wind. Alright, so I don't remember what, I think these were all BNSF locomotives, but here we go. grain train. It's actually a bunch of grain hoppers there, but they use those hoppers for other things too. But probably grain out here in farm country. And then we got some tankers, which could be oils. They suck cottonseed oil factories back there in Oklahoma and Arkansas. And again, it could be chemicals going to Cheyenne or Casper, who knows? But I don't know the commodities. There's no hazmat. Well, wait a minute, my mistake. There is hazmat. Okay. So you can see, if you stop and zoom in on that little front corner there, you see the hazmat placard. It's a red and white card with a number on it, fits in a little slot. Stands up like a diamond. That's a hazmat placard. Alright, I gotta grab the phone again. It's two hands. We got some steel here, and an auto rack that's been converted, or the doors left open. Check out that table, lumber, more steel. Oh, that's railroad track. I wasn't paying attention. See, that's rail. All right, BNSF in Buckeye, Colorado. All right, the dream is realized. Wyoming is so proud of their state. They got a little pull out here. You can pull in here and take a picture of you entering Wyoming. Of course, there's one for leaving, two over there, but it's all good. Woohoo! All right, Matty Gook is here in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I saw this intermodal train pulling out of Cheyenne, so I got ahead of it out here on I-80 Business. Sen's watching everything out. Let me see. I'm gonna swing around. Yeah, I don't know. That might be a little better. It doesn't matter. It's all good, right? Actually, I'm going to swing back around. I think this train has a TPU. Yeah, here it comes. Yeah, so I saw this train in the yard. Stopped and it just pulled out as I was driving through Cheyenne. I saw the DPU running, and then all of a sudden the train took off. I had to hightail it out here. All right, DPU, Distributive Power Unit. That thing is working hard. All right, Union Pacific, Cheyenne, Wyoming, Matty Gookus out. All right, Matty Gookus here, and that's Laramie Peak, the tallest mountain in this Laramie range I'm talking about here. I left Cheyenne, heading north to Powder River Basin, and I came across this, so I stopped. You'd think you could do a 30-second video without vehicles in it, but I guess that's impossible in this day and age anyway. Enjoy the photo and turn the volume down. Alright, so we're getting close to Powder River Basin. Here's the first coal train. Nice. Check it out now. Powder River Basin coal. Check it out now. I can see the end, but you can't. Maybe you can tell where it is. Zoom in and slide over. Anyway, all downhill from here. No DPU. There's a DPU on the end. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Well, or at least one, yeah. Yes, that horn salute was for me. I tipped my hat to those guys. I'm standing here on the side of the bank of this hill. My car's parked on the highway with the flashers on. There's no crossing, obviously, no other horns. Anyway, I'm teasing. There it is, the DPU. Sweet, my first Powder River Basin coal train. Check out that body of water that's over there, by the way. I've been looking at that. There was another one back there. Well, you can see it off in the distance, right above where the train is disappearing. So two giant, by the way, did you hear that locomotive like crank up, throttle up? Remember, that locomotive is run off the lead locomotive. Anyway, I don't know what these bodies of water are, but they're pretty large. They do look like they go down quite a bit in the summer and then fill back up again next spring. But all right, am I the only one out here today? So we got a train stop back there. I just drove alongside of it. It's mostly empty. We got a high railer here. Stopped. I don't know what kind of maintenance he's doing or what kind of inspection he's doing, but wait a minute, he just got in and closed the door. Let's see if he rolls. He waved to me, but he doesn't want to talk to me. I don't blame him, but let's see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, well, he must have been waiting for clearance to move, because there he goes. I'm not going to watch this thing forever. I mean, I was going to see if he gets off the tracks somewhere, but it doesn't look like any place to stop and get off the tracks for quite a ways, at least way down near those green trees is the first possible place that I could tell. Could it be like a crossing? Well, wait a minute. You got this bunch of buildings over here, so maybe he's gonna stop right there. Oops. Maybe he's gonna stop right there and get off the tracks. Let's see. Sorry, my camera work is terrible today. Yeah, he's not stopping there. All right, so I don't know when he's gonna get off the track. We're gonna go back and see if this train looks like it's gonna get going anytime soon. If not, we'll move on. All right, so here comes that high railer we saw. So he's checking out the track for some reason. That's why that train was stopped. So we'll watch him go through and then we'll move on. There's a gentleman here that I'm talking to, Stacy. Yeah. Is this Orrin?
No, Orrin's down the road.
What town is this?
This is Douglas.
Douglas, Wyoming. My first time in Wyoming. Stacy. It's a lifelong dream.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. All right, so they don't even do the crossing gates with the, they do the crossing gates with the high railers in Florida, but I guess they can see plenty of distance, but, well, they're gonna stop here. And, they're gonna get off okay, so they're gonna get off the track here. All right, we can watch this little process. Hey! I'll keep your face out of the picture. So he cranks up the wheels there. Woohoo! There we go. And you know the rest. All right, so let me bring everybody up to speed here. So the lead guy on that high railer crew came over and introduced himself. Burlington Northern loves their rail fans. Gave me all kinds of good information. And they got off the track. So he told me that train that I was watching down there to see if it was going to move is on its way. So we're going to film that. He told me the best spot to film the Powder River coal trains from. He told me there's a big annual event this weekend, a sheep herders, something or other anyway, with like an outdoor festival. And then that other man, Stacy, told me about the other place to film Union Pacific trains, the something River Canyon. Anyway, he said it's gorgeous, great spot. So I got all kinds of great information from people here. It's friendly. Anyway, so we're gonna film this train, and we're gonna call it a night. So stay tuned. I was hoping a train would come into the picture while I was filming. Anyway, I should get in the car and go to drive somewhere. But that was a ways back. Plus, he's got to come up these hills. I drove fairly parallel to these tracks, all the way up here from the where the train was to through the town of Orrin, and this is Douglas, Wyoming. So it was a pretty good distance. He's got to get going. He's got to try to get some speed going while trying to get up these hills. I don't expect this train to be flying through here. Of course, it did have 3 locomotives and all empty cars. So, we'll see. Let's see how fast this train can get going by the time it gets here. All right, so here comes this train. Woohoo! Another Union Pacific. So this will be the train that was sitting down there. Anyway, you'll get to see all the empty cars. I'm gonna change my position. Away from these gates, and because they don't stop dinging. So stay with me. Alright, remember, we're going to see how fast this train is moving now after coming up out of there from a dead stop. Alright, this is Burlington, Northern Santa Fe, Douglas, Wyoming. Robin Road is the crossing. I think that the Western train horns are louder than the Florida East Coast Railway or CSX. Whew. Did I just talk? Can't hear myself. I'm kidding, but that was loud. Okay, so here are these cars I was talking about. So he's moving at a pretty good clip. He's not hauling, he's not booking. But here's all these empty cars. So you know what these cars haul? Continuous rail. So yep. So, track. Railroad track. Bunch of rock hoppers, so that was probably aggregate ballast, as they call it, for the train, for the tracks. That rock that you see around the tracks right there in the forefront is called ballast. So this is like a work train, and maybe some other cars. right, there you go.